If you are a petite size or petite average size wig wearer, this video is definitely for you guys, because I have managed to put my hands on my first ever petite size Jon Renau wig called Cameron Lite Petite in color Almondine, otherwise known as 10 RH16. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Teresa and this is Ted's Wig Emporium. To me, the Smart Lace Light collection by Jon Renau is definitely my favorite. It consists of 5 different styles. Cameron is available in average and now in a petite version. Not only the cap construction is much lighter, it feels super comfortable, lightweight. It also comes with a much lower density of the fibers overall, making them appear much more natural. If you are a petite size in a circumference, this wig is perfect. If you are on the border of petite and petite average, like myself, measuring 21.5 inches, this one is ideal, guys, because it sits on my head super snug. It doesn't move around. It's just nice and snug, like a glove. I can literally move my head, toss this wig side to side, and it doesn't move an inch. The average size, because of the shape of my head and my sizing, it feels a little roomy and it tends to sag in certain places. It tends to gather right at the back. It's like a toddler trying on the mum's shoes. With this cap being petite in size, this is what this style should look on your head, guys. Let me guys give you a spin. This is my right hand side. If you wanted to, you could quite easily flip the layers at the back towards outside instead of inside, as I have it here. You can't go wrong with a long bob. As you can see, there are definitely some layers here around the face. It's super lightweight, especially here around the hairline, guys, which I love. It doesn't feel very bulky, so it doesn't look wiggy, and this is what I sometimes find with perhaps the original Cameron by Jon Renau. It just feels quite thick around the hairline. As you can see, it just barely skims my shoulders. Just to give you a better idea, the distance between my ear and my collarbone is 5 inches. So if your neck is longer, it might sit above your shoulders. If it's shorter, it might be a little bit longer overall. All right, so let's quickly go through the measurements. So we've got the bang measuring 8.5 inches. Not exactly a bang. You can give it a trim if you want to have a fringe. The crown measures 11.5 inches, so it's nice and long there at the back. The sides measure 8 inches. Nape measures 4.5 inches, making it overall approximately 12 to 13 inches long. The weight of the wig is 3 ounces, so it's definitely a super light density. It tucks behind the ear beautifully, and because of that extended lace front, guys, it looks almost invisible. Now, this wig is not actually brand new. I bought this one from a wig system, so unlike the original Cameron, the lace, smart lace on the light collection is a little bit longer. She has already trimmed that lace, so if you didn't know, you probably wouldn't even realize that it's been trimmed because it's done so well. You just have to see this lace from up close, guys, because it's one of the best lace fronts I have seen. It has been cut, like I said, but you virtually can't see it at all. It just looks like a very natural hairline with lighter pieces brought to the front. You can't see any of the knotting, they are super fine. And because that lace goes all the way under the ear tub, there is no transition from the lace to the rest of the cap. Now the only thing I would have to point out, because of the nature of that lace front, it is much more thinner and requires a little bit of glue or hairspray just to keep that section down so it doesn't stick out here on the side. But that's only if you decide to pull on that section. It is not necessary if you're just going to keep it down. Because it's fully hand tied, you can change the part. As you can see, it's super natural. It doesn't look dense. Super easy to change as well. The fibers respond very well when styled different direction. You can flip it about from one side to the next. Great movement. I love that lift here at the front because they are so lightweight. The denier of the fibers is super fine, so you can achieve different styles, you can achieve more volume, you can pump the volume up with your fingers or some styling products. It's ideal if you want a versatile looking bob. I'm literally obsessed with this one. Now let's talk about the fibers and the quality of the fibers in the Lite collection. Those are made with standard synthetic fibers, so they are not heat friendly. They are definitely much more finer in denier. They are not coated a lot with silicone, so they feel much more drier. Now that means they are not going to be as shiny as some of the other Jon Renau wigs, but the disadvantage is they get a little bit more tangly and a little bit more rough eventually. It's much more prevalent on the longer pieces, like for example the Zara Lite and Rachel Lite. But the good thing about Cameron Lite here is that it's shorter, so the tangling is not going to be just as bad. And obviously you're not going to need to brush this one as often as some of the longer pieces. Now guys, I wanted to show you my original Cameron Lite as well, because she's now a couple of years old. I've worn her on quite a few occasions, not every single day, but she's definitely been worn a lot. Now the fibers feel just as nice. As you can see, there isn't a lot of frizzing around the back. I would say the area where you would find the most wear is around the front, where you would normally wear it and tuck it behind your ear and you would touch your face. And even though that the fibers get a little bit stuck when I run my fingers down the layers, it's still in a very good condition, guys. I would say avoid putting too much product on it because you don't want that resistance when brushing and running your fingers through. Keep it clean. Don't leave it too long before you wash your wigs, because that will prolong its life and make it look beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look at the cap construction next, guys. So what we are going to get is a beautiful, stretchy, hand-tied cap construction. There is no wefts anywhere here within this cap. It is nice and stretchy. You've got an extended lace front, as you can see there, from all the way here to the other side. The lace have been trimmed. I've used pinking shears on this particular wig. This one has just been cut straight right across. Now the monofilament, single monofilament top is nice and soft, very comfortable. The cap material is also really soft. It's super thin, so you can probably see my fingers right through there. It's hand tight, beautiful, very stretchy. And right at the nape here, it has a silicone lining. Now this can be removed, and to be honest with you guys, because the wig sister I purchased this wig from actually took that silicone part off, I've just realized it's much more comfortable, especially if you do have some hair. So let me show you guys what this one looks like inside. Now, what I didn't realize when I originally got this is that the nape here has some permatease, which I found quite interesting because I did not notice that on the original one. So this is the nape without that silicone lining, so you can definitely take that off and you wouldn't even realize that it's missing. We've got the Velcro type adjusters, so you can definitely make that smaller if you do have a petite size head. Now, my favorite part of the cap is the ear tabs. Look how thin they are, guys. They are so thin, they lie flat against your head and look extremely natural, guys. They still have that little bendable wire inside and are made with a PU material, so you can put some adhesive or a glue if you want to keep them secure on your head. Now let's talk about this color, guys. This is one of my favorite Jon Renau colors, 10 RH16. This is a beautiful blend of number 10, more of a caramel, slightly more neutral light brown, highlighted with 33% of ashy light blonde. That's that number 16. I would say majority of that highlight is applied at the front of this application, with lighter pieces around the face and here around the ears. Now there's a little bit less at the back, but still very subtly done. Absolutely stunning color. Now guys, if you are wearing glasses or perhaps wearing sunglasses, you are a little bit limited when it comes to how you can wear the frames, because unlike a standard ear tabs, you can't really wear the glasses under the ear tab because it would just stick out. So you would have to wear it on top of that ear tab. But it's still very comfortable because of course it is super low density here on the side. You can definitely get your ponytail if you like. It's not going to be a huge ponytail, but it does look rather cute. And you can see just how low density this piece is. You can perhaps leave some of those sections at the nape and just pin the top section. The only thing I would say, guys, is because this is a low density wig, don't pull too hard on those fibers, because you don't want to expose that cap, especially if it's stretched on your head. There might be a risk that people would see the cap and the knots at the actual cap construction, so keep it looser. You can use a headband, you can use some clips, and this is definitely one of my favorite ways of wearing a shorter piece like this. You can literally put as many of those clips as you like. Personally, I don't tend to wear hair away from my face too much because of my wide forehead, but you can still do that because of that incredibly natural looking lace front. I would say avoid anything that is sharp because you don't want to pierce that beautiful cap construction. So this is all from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.